Things are heating up in One Piece world. Everyone is bringing their A game now. They're vying for Laugh-Tale and One Piece. The Straw Hats are by far ahead of any of the pirate crew. Well, except for Shanks, of course. In this race, we have the Supernovas, then the Underworld community, and also the Revolutionary Army. After all, toppling the Celestial Dragons is their goal to begin with, so they're on the ride. But the most dangerous one is Blackbeard. We know the government is also a threat, a huge one. But to Luffy, I think Blackbeard is more dangerous than the world government. I mean, if we take into account Road to Laugh-Tale and One Piece. Now, there are at least 3 people who know how to read Poneglyph. The shoguns from the Kozuki family know how to read the Poneglyph. After all, they invented this thing. But Momonosuke doesn't know how to read it because his father, Kozuki Oden, passed away before he could pass it to the next generation. But that's not a problem because his grandfather, Kozuki Sukiyaki, is still alive. So he'll pass it down to him. So we'll have 3 people who will be able to read the Poneglyphs. But to the world, Nico Robin is the only known character who can read the text on the Poneglyphs. Back in Zou, Nekomamushi warned the Straw Hats that the big players from around the world would target Nico Robin to learn the history of the Void Century. So basically, she has a target on her back. So will Blackbeard also target Nico Robin? Let's find out in this video. Poneglyphs are a mysterious stone on which the history of the world is written in an ancient language. These stones are scattered in different islands in the Grand Line. Even Alabasta, one of the 20 countries that founded the world government, has one inside their royal tomb. There are roughly 30 poneglyphs in the world, and they're classified in 3 groups. Historical poneglyphs. There are only 9 historical poneglyphs. According to Nico Robin's interpretation, if someone can collect the information on this poneglyph and bring it to Laugh-Tale, it will reveal the true history of the world. Then these 9 poneglyphs will become the Rio Poneglyph or the real poneglyphs. For example, Ohara and Fishman Islands poneglyphs are historical poneglyphs. Instructional poneglyphs. Majority of the poneglyphs are instructional poneglyphs. There are 17 of them in total. These poneglyphs contain instructions or clues about the location of historical poneglyphs. Skypia's poneglyph is an instructional poneglyph. Road poneglyph. These poneglyphs detail 4 different locations, and these locations reveal the coordinate of Laugh-Tale. Among the 4 road poneglyphs, the location of the 4th road poneglyph is unknown, and the rest of the road poneglyphs are in possession of Mings, Wano Country, and Big Mom. But it looks like Kuzan is gonna take it from Whole Cake Island. As for the 4th one, someone with a flame mark knows about its location. More than 22 years ago, there were quite a few people who could read the poneglyph. The scholars of Ohara, the shoguns of Wano Country, Kozuki Sukiyaki, and Kozuki Oden could read the poneglyphs. But after the destruction of Ohara and Kaido's takeover of Wano Country, there were only 2 people who could read the poneglyph. Anyone interested in Void Century has been collecting these poneglyphs or the information inscribed on them, but none of them managed to decipher the meaning. The world government didn't reveal that Nico Robin can read the poneglyphs. So once it is revealed that she can read the poneglyphs, they'll definitely aim for her. So who are these people who will go after Robin? Obviously, the first one is Blackbeard Pirates. Blackbeard is a sneaky one. He always takes the shortcuts, and he wouldn't even mind betraying his allies for his goal. He likes stealing. He steals other people's devil fruit, territories, and even prints of the road poneglyphs. However, we still haven't seen him stealing someone's wife, but we'll see him doing that too, because I trust him. He waited for more than 20 years to get his hand on 2 of the strongest devil fruit, Yami Yami no Mi and Gura Gura no Mi. He always rips from other people's hard work, so yes, he will go after Nico Robin. But there is another possibility. Blackbeard's hobby is researching the history. He's very well educated in history, and we have seen him in some of his activities. He also read the encyclopedia on devil fruits. I think he also knows the secrets of God Valley incident. Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if he dabbled into poneglyphs. I mean, it's pretty normal for a person who likes learning the history. So don't be surprised if he knows how to read the poneglyph. However, I don't think that's gonna work. That's not gonna happen because it will defeat the plot purpose. After all, Nekomamushi warned Nico Robin that she'll be targeted by many powerful people. In one arc, we saw the government went after her. They wanted to eliminate her even at the cost of some of their best assets. The world government cares about their reputation above all things. They're really scared that someone would eventually reveal the history of their dark past, the Void Century. When it gets exposed to the world, it'll spell the end of their dominance. It will really easily turn the world upside down. So they will do everything they can to hunt Nico Robin so that nobody can expose the history of the void century. Blackbeard, on the other hand, would try to learn it and use it as leverage. He wants to become the king of the world. After all, he inherited the will of Rock's Elizabeth. Apart from Nico Robin and Kozuki Sukiyaki, it appears that Pudding also has the ability to decipher the text on the Poneglyphs. But the condition is she has to awaken her eye's inherent power. That's a different story and we need a different video for that. So do you think Blackbeard can also read a Poneglyph? Comment down below.